Florida's housing market is facing serious problems in 2025. Many cities are struggling due to high home insurance costs, rising inventory, and falling property values. Over 500,000 people left Florida in 2023, the first big population drop in years. Some cities have seen home prices fall by 12%, and the situation may get worse. Compared to last year, housing inventory has jumped 47%, making it harder to sell homes. Here are 12 Florida cities turning into ghost towns. 12. Port Charlotte. Port Charlotte's housing market is seeing rapid deterioration. Nearly 34% of all home listings have undergone price reductions, with properties initially listed at $400,000 now selling for as low as $325,000 to $350,000. New construction has come to a near halt, with over $280 million in planned developments being canceled. The city's vacancy rate stands at 22%, highlighting the severity of the downturn. Homeowners are also burdened by tripled insurance costs since 2021, making it increasingly difficult to afford homeownership. 11. Deltona. Deltona's economy is weakening, with unemployment rates doubling since 2022. Nearly 28% of all mortgages are now underwater, meaning homeowners owe more than their homes are worth. HOA fees have surged by 42% in just a year, largely due to rising insurance costs and deferred maintenance expenses. Even though listing prices have dropped by 15%, buyer interest remains low. Showings are down by 67% compared to last year, reflecting a significant decline in market demand. 10. Spring Hill. Spring Hill's real estate market is facing a significant downturn. A shocking 52% of recent home sales have closed below the asking price, with sellers slashing an average of $47,000. Luxury homes are taking an even bigger hit, with price cuts exceeding $100,000. Investor activity has plummeted by 76%, and many landlords are rushing to sell, flooding the market with inventory. At the same time, rising insurance costs are putting financial pressure on homeowners, forcing more sales and accelerating price declines. With supply outpacing demand, property values continue to drop, making it a challenging time for sellers. Unless market conditions change, Spring Hill's real estate sector may continue to struggle in the coming months. 9. Lehigh Acres. Lehigh Acres, a suburb of Fort Myers, is an example of an investor-driven housing bubble on the verge of collapse. Investors own a staggering 68% of properties, with 42% of these purchases made between 2020 and 2022 at inflated prices. However, as costs rise and rental incomes decline, many investors are struggling. Foreclosure rates have jumped by 56% year over year, signaling growing financial distress. Homes that used to sell in just 22 days now sit on the market for an average of 87 days. Additionally, insurance premiums have skyrocketed, with some homeowners paying between $7,000 and $9,000 annually, making affordability a significant challenge. 8. Cape Coral. Cape Coral is a city deeply affected by Florida's ongoing insurance crisis. The average property insurance premium now stands at $5,200 per year. Shockingly, 45% of homeowners are now paying more for insurance than property taxes. Housing inventory has surged by 89% year over year, with some zip codes seeing increases of over 120%. Median home prices have dropped by 8.2% over the past 6 months. A growing concern is the number of contract cancellations as insurance costs and ownership expenses deter buyers. 7. Palm Bay. Palm Bay is facing a surprising shift in its real estate market. Property tax assessments are declining, reflecting a weakening housing sector. Foreclosure starts have surged by 41%, indicating financial strain among homeowners. The once thriving market, where homes sold within 2 weeks, now sees properties sitting unsold for an average of 95 days. This slowdown is causing hesitation among buyers and sellers alike. Additionally, new building permits have plummeted by 82%, and 60% of planned construction projects have been canceled. 6. Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie is currently grappling with an HOA crisis, with fees skyrocketing by 185% since 2022, now averaging $850 per month. The financial burden has forced many homeowners to sell. Approximately 38% of listings are former short-term rentals, as Airbnb investors rush to offload properties. Median home prices have fallen by 9.3% over the past 6 months, with properties in flood-prone areas experiencing value drops of up to 15%. 5. Poinciana. Poinciana's housing market is in deep trouble, with nearly 44% of homeowners trying to sell facing negative equity, meaning they owe more than their home's current value. The average time to sell has risen to 96 days, and many homes are sitting unsold. Annual insurance costs of around $4,600 are discouraging buyers, while required wind mitigation upgrades, averaging $25,000, add to homeowners' financial stress. High interest rates and declining property values have worsened the situation. As a result, new listings have surged by 127% year over year as more sellers try to escape the struggling market. Many homeowners who bought at peak prices now find themselves stuck, unable to sell without a loss. With affordability concerns and weak demand, Poinciana's real estate outlook remains uncertain, leaving sellers in a difficult position. 4. Northport. Northport is experiencing a sharp rise in distressed property sales, with 62% of recent transactions being foreclosures or short sales. Home prices are seeing significant reductions, averaging $68,000 per listing, and many properties undergo multiple price cuts before selling. Rising insurance costs have added to the market's struggles, doubling in the past year and making Northport one of Florida's most expensive areas relative to home values. This financial strain has led to an 88% drop in investor purchases, as uncertainty keeps many buyers on the sidelines. With affordability concerns and economic pressures mounting, the housing market in Northport remains volatile, leaving sellers struggling to attract buyers. 3. Ocala. Ocala's real estate downturn is severe. Nearly 47% of listings are undergoing multiple price reductions, with total reductions often exceeding $85,000. Developers have responded by canceling $180 million in planned projects. Since 2022, insurance costs have surged by 156%, making homeownership even more expensive. Investor activity has collapsed, with nearly half of all rental property owners struggling financially due to rising maintenance and insurance expenses. 2. Wesley Chapel. Wesley Chapel's housing market is facing a sharp downturn, with home values dropping significantly. Around 58% of recent sales have closed below 2023 prices, and the average home is now selling for 22% less than comparable properties from 18 months ago. A surge in new listings, up by 94%, has created an oversupply, further driving prices down. To lure buyers, builders are offering incentives of up to $75,000, covering 2 years of insurance, HOA fees, and property taxes. Despite these efforts, buyer confidence remains low, and pending sales cancellations have reached record levels. The market's struggles highlight broader economic concerns, including higher mortgage rates and affordability issues. Until demand stabilizes, Wesley Chapel homeowners may continue to see declining property values and prolonged market uncertainty. 1. Winter Haven. Winter Haven is currently Florida's most vulnerable housing market. An astounding 72% of recent sales have closed below the asking price, with average price cuts reaching $88,000. Insurance costs have tripled since 2022, making monthly payments unaffordable for many. Foreclosure starts have increased by a shocking 238%, with nearly 28% of defaults occurring on homes purchased within the last 3 years. Institutional investors, who once dominated the market by purchasing 35% of available properties, have now pulled out completely. The driving forces behind Florida's housing crisis. Florida's real estate market is facing an unprecedented shift due to soaring insurance costs, rising HOA fees, and changing migration trends. Since 2022, insurance premiums have surged by 167%, exceeding $6,000 annually for many homeowners. Insurers are withdrawing, further inflating costs. HOA fees have climbed 45%, with special assessments pushing owners into financial hardship. Florida is now seeing net outward migration as affordability collapses and investor ownership peaks. With price-to-rent ratios unsustainable, experts predict a potential 30 to 40% price decline by 2025. While this presents risks, savvy investors may find opportunities in the market downturn. In conclusion, the Florida housing market is facing significant challenges in multiple cities. Rising insurance costs, a wave of investor sell-offs, and increasing foreclosures are driving down home values. While some areas may recover, these 12 cities are currently experiencing some of the worst downturns in the state. Prospective buyers should proceed with caution, while homeowners should prepare for potentially long selling periods and further price declines. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.